Hey guys, so we're back today with another from the Nodus collection, the Axis case for the iPhone 6, but in a flip style. So the flip style is very similar to the portfolio style that I reviewed earlier. The only main difference is, of course, it flips vertically compared to the portfolio, which flips like a book. You got the same finish, design, you got the same cutouts and the protection around the edges. There are a few distinct differences in the function of the case. Mainly the utility pocket is a little different, but overall you're getting the same genuine Italian leather, and the microsuction technology is also used in this case. So let's dive into the main differences between the two. So looking at the overall design of this case, you're still getting that genuine Italian leather exterior with the microfiber lined interior. Very soft stuff that'll keep your iPhone safe. It still uses the microsuction technology. You have one flap here, and of course you have the one that connects the iPhone. Just line it up. I'll show you how to put it back in. Again, line it up with the stitches to the edge of the iPhone, and just like that, give it a good squeeze. And make sure the camera line's up with the hole, and it's not coming out. The front flap does not come out either, but of course over time, as the microsuction gets dirty on the front, which it will get looser, so don't be worried about that when it does. That's just how it is. You can see the detailing on this case. You can have the stitches here just like it did on the portfolio style. The stitches along there, very detailed stuff. It looks very sophisticated. It's not a case for everyone. It is a little expensive, but if you like that design, this is a beautiful, beautiful case. So you're still getting the protection on the front and the back. You have a cutout for the camera hole, and all along the edges you have an opening. Some people were worried with the previous case that because it's open like this and there's no case surrounding it, that it won't protect the case or the iPhone. But if you look carefully, it actually has a kind of edge around or height around the iPhone, so that when it does hit the floor or any surface, it's actually hitting the case and not the iPhone, so you are protected there. Looking at the function of the case, you have three functions that I wanted to point out. First one, of course, the microsuction. Great stuff because it's not actually adhesive, it's just a bunch of suction cups on a pad that really sucks onto your any flat surface. Reusable, you can take it off, you can put it back on, switch a case one day, and go from there. Next one is the utility pocket, though it is a little different from the portfolio style. The portfolio style I preferred more, just because it had a bigger pocket, you had more versatility, you could put more stuff in it. With the flip style, you're stuck with mainly cards or anything of a smaller nature. I got here 2 cards that you want to start out with. You don't want to go with 3 yet because the leather is still very tight. I have 2 cards there, and I have 2 bills here. Slip that in. And it's a very snug fit. It is not going to fall out. I'm not even worried about it holding it like this. When you have the flap flipped over, it will not fall out. When using it, you gotta have it folded over like this, which is still a very comfortable fit compared to the portfolio style, which you had a big bump on the side. Here it's pretty flat. You have a very natural holding. The last function is, of course, the portrait stand. I'm a big fan of this kind of stand mode compared to the landscape stand mode, because for iPhone 6 users specifically, we don't have a lot of landscape support, especially in iOS itself. So to have it in a portrait stand like this, you get notifications easily, and you can see them, and then once you get them, you can interact quickly, like that, and then back into the stand mode. Compared to if it was in a landscape mode, you'd have to look sideways. It's a little awkward, but having it like this is a great way to display your iPhone on a table as well. It's just a beautiful way. And when you want to use it, just grab it, flip it over, use it, and when you want to put it back down, it's that easy. So some of the great things about this is, again, the microsuction, just like it was in the previous cases. Great technology. I support it in every kind of case they do. The portrait stand, I praise it a lot because it's a great natural way of looking at things. And just the unique design of the leather. As leather progresses and as you use it, as you get it dirty, have some tears, wear, anything. You get a very unique design. So it is one of a kind basically. No one else will have that kind of design in their case, because of how you use it determines how you will get a certain design on it. So leather, like any other leather, case, you get a very unique design. So great on that kind of material to be used. Unfortunately, it's not all that perfect. Due to how it flips over the bottom of the edge, you have these cutouts here that are little holes for the jacks. If you were to plug it in with it on, you're kind of getting it in the way like that. You can see here. My concern is over time, either it's going to ruin the USB, and you know how USBs can get frayed on the edges there, or it's going to bend the leather in an awkward way. It may ruin the leather. So just having it like that is just kind of weird, because when you want to use it with it plugged in, you're going to have to leave the flap kind of hanging open, because you can't flip it all the way over. If you want to leave it open, you got to just have it all lay flat like that, so it takes up a lot of space. Otherwise, you just keep it closed, but you don't really get to use your phone then. My second issue is when you have it docked, or when you had it in a standing mode. You kind of wish that you were able to have it in that standing portrait mode as well as in plugged in, so that you have a whole dock. But it's just, again, gets in the way of the wire. You don't want to bend the wire like that. It doesn't really fit in the hole that way, so it's very awkward to have it there. So it's either you have it in stand mode or you have it plugged in. You can't have both. And lastly, just how front flaps like these work. It's just awkward to have it such a long thing hanging, especially when you're taking a photo. You gotta have that camera cutout open. You can't have it flipped over like that. So you gotta have it hanging like this, and you wanna be taking a picture. It doubles the height of the iPhone, which just makes it kind of awkward to use. But that's that. And that's it, guys. That's the Nodus Collection Access Case Flip Style for the iPhone 6. There's also one available for the 6 Plus. Do check it out on their website. You can grab it there. Of course, I'm a fan of the portfolio style more, but for those who do like that FBI kind of flip style out to show your ID cards, you know, that may be what you like, but they're both available. It depends on what style you like. There are some quirks to the whole design of this case, but overall, still a great feeling case. Like this leather, I just can't. I can't even. Still a very sexy looking case though. Just look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Just put a photo of this on Tinder. You get all the right swipes. Well, thanks for watching, guys. If you liked the video, do give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down. And of course, subscribe for future updates, because there will be more.